Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the second part of the third episode. I am Naushina, and I'm so glad to have you with me today. I'm really happy you are joining in because today's conversation is something I think we all have experienced. You know that moment of hesitation before trying something new, right? That little voice in your head that says, "What if I mess up?" So, in the last episode, we talked about how design can help erase that initial fear. Today, I want to explore what happens after that and when we finally feel comfortable enough to step into something new, and more importantly, what's waiting for us on the other side of that door. It's kind of like standing outside a new restaurant, debating whether or not to go in. But once you push through that door and take a seat, everything changes. Once people feel comfortable, their relationship with whatever systems they are engaging with completely shifts. It is just no longer about taking the first step. It's about how they actually start using it. That is one of the most powerful things design can do. When a space or a product is designed well, it creates an inviting atmosphere. It makes you feel like you belong there. And when people feel that sense of comfort, they start exploring more and they become curious. That feeling of belonging can change everything. It encourages people to explore further, ask questions, and truly engage with what's in front of them. They might discover new features, customize their experience, or even find shortcuts that makes their life easier. One of the clearest examples of this shift is how people interact with capital markets today. It's fascinating to see how changes in design have influenced people's willingness to engage with investments and payments. There was a time when investment apps feel like tools only experts could use. Capital market felt distant and intimidating, like you need to jump through hoops just to understand what was going on. That confusion and pressure have erased. Now people can pause, look around, and actually grasp what's happening without feeling rushed. And honestly, who has the time to go through lengthy documents? At the end of the day, most of us just want to explore without the fear of making a costly mistake. And that is the key point here. Technology didn't suddenly become smarter, and people didn't magically turn into experts overnight. What truly changed was how systems communicate with users. The biggest transformation wasn't just in infrastructure, it was in how design made financial system feel human enough for anyone to step in. Good design doesn't expect people to have all the answers just right away. It gives them room to settle in and to build confidence over time. That is why impactful UI UX often goes unnoticed. People just don't say, "Wow, this is well designed." They say, "This feels easy," or "I can handle this." When something feels easy, people stop second guessing themselves. They are no longer wondering if they are doing it right or if they even belong there. You can see this clearly during things like online tax filing or setting up an investment account just for the first time. There is just always that initial hesitation. But when the system feels calm and forgiving, people take their time, they explore and feel more in control. And this is something I have seen repeatedly through my work and design studio UI UX. It's not about making things look pretty, it's about making them accessible and human centric. When users can review things at their own pace and move forward when they feel ready, and their behavior quietly changes. So many systems fail not because they are just difficult to use, but because they feel closed off or intimidating. Like you need everything figured out before you even begin. Good UI UX design gently lifts that pressure when hesitation fades. People don't need to be pushed or convinced just to engage. They simply stay because it feels natural. The most important design decisions rarely announce themselves. They are subtle but powerful. When people feel comfortable, they are more likely to share feedback, suggest improvements, and even create their own content. It all starts with understanding the needs and fear. When designers truly empathize with users, it makes all the difference. So, For everyone listening, I want you to think about those moments where you felt comfortable enough to step into something new. What was it that made you feel that way? I would love to hear your experiences. Feel free to share them with me on social media. And don't forget to tune in for the next episode, where I will talk about how to maintain that sense of comfort as we continue to grow and evolve within a system. So, thank you for joining me today. Remember, the magic really does happen on the other side of that door. Till then, stay curious, stay comfortable, and stay cool.